Today on 11th Gorgeous.
Outlast. I don't know the whole phrase. What is it? Insulazole. Don't know if that helps, but I sandwich it. Like beast. I think the staying powder, it kind of floats. Hey guys! A lot of you guys have been requesting that we do a review on the CoverGirl 3-in-1 Outlast. I don't know the whole phrase. What is it? It is the CoverGirl Outlast Stay Fabulous 3-in-1 Foundation and Insulazole Sunscreen Broad Spectrum SPF 20. There's companies with all those words. It has the lasting power of primer, coverage of a concealer, and blendability of a foundation in one, shine free. This has been our foundation for, what would you say, maybe like month and a half now? I think I started wearing it around Christmas. Almost 2 months now. Yeah. Almost 2 months. And it has replaced our little baby Revlon Color Stay. Alright, so I think we are going to show you guys a demo of us applying this foundation and just, you know, the way we do it, and then we're going to kind of give you our thoughts. Yes. I apply my concealer first. I actually apply mine second, but I end up going back over it with little foundation. I'm using Sheer Cover right now. I got it in the Ipsy Glam Bag thing back when it was still Glam Bag. I just love this stuff. It's good. I like to put it under my foundation just because I feel like if I go a little heavy, it gets blended out with my beauty blender. And whenever I do it after, I feel like it's too bright. That's why I have to go back over it. It's like I sandwich it. Don't know if that helps, but I sandwich it. It's a concealer and foundation sandwich. So this is the CoverGirl Outlast Stay Fabulous 3-in-1 foundation, including an SPF of 20, which is very good if you want to stay young and keep your face free from sun damage and wrinkles. Yes. So we are applying it in 820, which is Creamy Natural. It's a little smidgen dark on us, but the color before that is a little too light. I think there's an 815 that we should try. Yeah, our drugstores haven't been having that color, so. I'm gonna pump it on there like that. You start out 2 pumps? I go 2 and I just dot, and sometimes it's actually too much. Yeah, I start out 1 pump and then go back with a second pump, but I love that they have a pump on the bottle. It's really nice. And we apply with a wet beauty blender. Mine's brand new, and that's why it's so old and busted. Okay, so 1 pump is a good amount usually, but I usually end up with 2. And the reason mine's dirty is because it's had a history of Revlon Color Stay, which stains beauty blenders. Yeah, it does, like a beast. I pat and swoop. Do you pat and smooth? Yeah. I do a little mixture of both. I feel like this is pretty good at concealing blemishes. I have one on my chin right now because that's where I get them. I don't use much spot concealer on like acne and stuff. I usually try to go for a full coverage foundation so I don't have to. Yeah. I think the coverage on this is definitely buildable. If I had to say one thing about it that was not 100% perfect, I feel like it gets a little oxidizy. Not gonna lie, if you guys saw our How Not to Do Your Makeup, I still have a little blush in my hairline that just would not come off. It was like it stained my face. Wow, that's intense. And I feel like you don't really have to set this either. I feel like it gets a nice kind of powdery finish. Yeah. If you were to say, is that foundation drying or oily? I feel like it's more drying than it is oily. It doesn't moisturize my face and make it feel like better than it did without it, but it also doesn't pull up oil nastiness on my face. I have oily skin. And you don't get like pools of oil all over you. And the makeup doesn't wear off. Yeah. The only places where I find that I lose some of the makeup is where my skin is dry, but that's because those areas, no matter what foundation I wear, I feel like it comes off those areas. I'm going to use some Sheer Cover concealer under my eyes. I feel like if anything, I lose it around my nose, but I lose it like cheek right here and nose. Then I go back over the concealed area with my beauty blender and make a sandwich. Done and done? I'm still working with my zit. Oh, it's a tricky little bugger. Yeah. So we're going to do the rest of our makeup and then talk to you more about it. Yes. So there you go. That was us applying it. Overall, I mean, like, scent. Does it have a scent? I don't really smell anything. The Revlon Color Stay has a really strong kind of latexy paint scent is what I get from it. And then it also really dries out my beauty blenders and makes them get kind of hard spots on them. It stains them also. Yeah. Not saying we're abandoning it forever. It's a tried and true. Yes, that took the words right out of my mouth. It's totally tried and true. So it's like if we feel like this one is causing some type of problem or just not wearing the way we want, we'll go back to Revlon Color Stay. It's just it's home. It is. I think we've worn this long enough to know that it's not going to break us out. Yeah, it doesn't break us out. I think the staying powder
The staying power is maybe a smidgen less than Color Stay. I think this one comes off my face a little easier than Color Stay, because I feel like we would wear Color Stay and try on clothes and it would just like, it would last. Whereas this, you know, it's easier to wipe off. It's definitely holding its own against Revlon Color Stay.
One thing I do like about this CoverGirl foundation is I feel like with the Revlon, it tends to settle a little bit in some of the lines or maybe exaggerate them a little bit more. So I feel like this kind of almost gives you that diffused, soft focus effect to your face.
It's like it stays on top of your skin.
Right.
More than going into it like Revlon Color Stay.
And not in a bad way. Not in a, it doesn't blend in and like...
melt into your skin.
Right. Not in that way, but just that it kind of floats right above and just smooths everything out.
Yeah. Also, I think that the weight of it is a little lighter.
Yeah.
You can definitely build it up or wear it a little more sheer, but I think Revlon Color Stay kind of starts off a little heavier than the CoverGirl.
Yeah, and I also think that the time you have to work with this foundation with the Beauty Blender when you're applying it is a little bit longer, because I know with Revlon Color Stay...
it's tacky, like...
yeah, it like sets really quickly, and that doesn't happen with this one, no, so that's another bonus.
I have the worst lines here with Revlon Color Stay. Now don't get me wrong, I have trouble with this. I'm just a bad person for blending. If I don't do it right at first, I just don't do a good job, but Revlon Color Stay was harder to blend into my neck.
Yeah, and like we said when we're applying this, we feel like this tends to oxidize a smidge. Now this is a shade slightly too dark for us, and so it doesn't help with the oxidizing and stuff, but...
I think we got that when we were spray tanning.
Yeah, so I've been mixing the 810 and the 820.
We need to try 815. 815 is in between these, and I think it would be perfect.
But you know, at the same time, I feel like the 810 has a little bit more of a yellow, and the 820 has a little bit more of a peachy orangey.
So maybe that means 815 will be natural, like neutral.
Maybe, that would be perfect.
That'd be pretty awesome.
But that's a bonus that it has a pump, because most drugstore, I mean, there are some drugstore foundations with pumps, but not a lot of them.
I think overall we're really happy with it. It's going to continue to be our foundation for a while, unless something happens and there's another crazy one that's really awesome. So I recommend it.
Yes, completely.
All skin types.
I've tried high-end foundations, drugstore foundations, and nothing has replaced.
I have Laura Mercier in my thing right now that I've used one time. I went right back to drugstore. Yep. So it just works.
It does. And I think it's awesome. It's a good price point, like maybe 10 to 13.
Yeah, I feel like those are a little cheaper, but I could be wrong. I know Color State's like 13. All right, so let us know if you guys have tried this foundation and what you think of it.
We love it.
Also, let us know if there are any other foundations that are doing well for you in the drugstore that we might could try out, because we love trying out new foundations.
We do. I think that's it, and we will read all of your lovely comments and video responses and talk to you guys in our next video.
We sure will.
Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.